Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's me, your boy, the one, the only Michael. Hello, and welcome once again to another extravaganza of playing Prisma Arena solo mode. So, the game is finally out tomorrow. If you're in the States, you have to wait a little bit longer, but not too long, like another 10 days or so. But yeah, across the UK, Europe, anywhere else that wants it, loves it, needs it, desires it. Yeah, it's going to be out tomorrow. It's kind of exciting, really. It's very, very good. I've just realized I'm very low down on the screen. There we go. Just make myself a little bit more present, I think, is the way to say. That'll do. Reasonably present. All right. So yeah, like I said, today it is solo mode extravaganza, where I, despite the fact that I have been getting my butt handed to me on a regular basis, I am going to try once again to destroy a whole load of drones and their generators. So let's bring up the big screen and see how we can do. Laboom. There we go. All right. So character-wise, got my hero. Lala. Where should I go? What generator am I going to go for first? The yellow one up top or the blue one on the right? I mean, that might be my issue. The fact that I'm not winning so much might be down to the fact that I'm always going for these two. Would it be an idea maybe to go for one of these two, the pink and purple? Potentially. Let's give it a shot today, see how it goes. So I am going to be accompanied by Farg today, the angriest little Mokon child, and Inu as well, who has the distraction thing. So distraction means that they'll be able to, if I have a hand of cards that I don't like, I can shuffle all of the cards back into the deck and then redraw the number of cards I put back in. So that'd be good if I'm stuck. So we'll see how that goes. And Farg, of course, is essentially an extra hit should I need, want, or desire it. All right. So with that in mind, let's see how we go. Let's draw a few cards first. Give it a bit of a shuffle. And remember, we're always going to be having 3 at the start of the game. So I've got a grapple blast, a dazzling blast, and a forceful strike. Okay, all good cards, good things to have. Not super useful for comboing though, because of course, remember, we need to be able to chain cards off of each other. So if we have a look at, which button is it? Shift? Space, there you go. Sorry, someone's been playing a lot of Tabletop Simulator this weekend. So yeah, that X and that O, if I have a card that has an O at the top of it, I could play it over it. So I'd be able then to do an attack, and then a move, and then another attack, and then a move, that sort of thing. But as I only have these, this first round is going to be a little bit rougher. Let's put it that way. So we'll see how it goes. Hope you had a splendid weekend as well, by the way. I was busy doing streaming myself, which was cool, over on my own channel. Twitch, it's up there, twitch.tv/IronMichael. Good times. Played a lot of stuff, did a lot of things, lost every game I played, but it was fun. And that's what it was all about. All right, let's let the drones do their things first. So we'll select that, see what card they get after I give it a shuffle. So the drones will get a card drawn every single turn, so they'll have 3 cards drawn every round. And if they can do the card action, they'll do that. All right, so move on to 4 ignoring grappling. Well, that's fine. They would just do normal moves anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all going to go for my hero. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, they probably would have diagonaled over one, so they'd be on the same line. So like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, remember, when moving, you can move whatever your range is, which is this bit down here. So your range is not only how far you can go, but also anytime it says something about range on a card, it's about that. So, for example, Inu needs to be within range of me to use their ability to distract and shuffle through cards. So yeah, with the move, you can always do one diagonal spot. All right, now what I want to do is get things out of the way so I can make a clear path and get up to the center. So if I get to the center, I get myself a power. And then with the power, I can then sort of run up to one of those two, the pink or purple generators, and see how that goes. So with that in mind, let's send Inu out on a move. Just going to go top down for this one for a second. We're going to go 1, 2. And we will dazzling blast the yellow drone, taking it off the board, like so. Now, points-wise, yeah, I'm going to track them. I don't really need to track my own personal points, but just for the sake of testing and stuff, because the solo mode is still like unofficial-ish, but we're getting there. I think this is like 99% there. It's like deciding, is it possible to beat the game by having the player reach a certain score? I think it's better to have the player try to destroy 3 generators. That sounds better to me. All right, so 1 down. Now the drones return, so they will do their second. Morning, Ken. It's been so long since we spoke to you. Like at least half an hour. But hey, that's okay. All right, so they are going to try and move and then do a leaping strike. So 1, 2, 3, 4, because I want to get as close to my hero as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, and then leaping strike. So they will move 1 space, ignoring grappling, and then strike with force -1. So that means the force-wise, the drones do 2 damage normally, so that's just going to do 1 damage on my hero. So let's take 1 of their tokens, put it on the hero like so. All right, so far, so good. Next, I think I will activate Farg, and I'll just have Farg do a strike, because it'll take the blue one off the board. If that's right next to any character, so say, for example, it was left there, it will strike whatever the most valuable target is, so it would do 2 damage on my hero. We don't want that to happen. So let's drop that over here for now. It also frees up a bit of space for my hero to potentially go and do get up to that middle spot, which is what we want to do. All right, third and final activation for the drones. We'll flip it up, and they are going to just do straight moves. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the drones run in. This actually leaves me space to go up this way and potentially blow something up, but we'll see how that goes in a moment. But yeah, I'm just going to move my hero. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I would like to leave these chasing. Like, I could have blasted first and then sort of like run away. Actually, no, I couldn't because I didn't have a move card. So yeah, I think my best bet is actually to run up here and get close to the center space so I can actually do something a little bit more exciting on my next turn. We'll be using our Mocon for defense and plenty of it. All right, so these cards get discarded. Click, grab them all. And I'll put the discard pile here for my ones that come from the come from the drones, and here for the ones that I throw out. Ken asks the question, do the drones go after hero only, or do they go after whatever is closest? Okay, so officially the ruling is they go for whatever is going to cause you the most trouble. So if there's something close by, if there's a Mokon close by and I'm the other side of the board, they will go and try and attack the Mokon. If it's equidistant, so if it's like 8 spaces to get to the hero and 8 spaces to get to a Mokon, then they will go for the hero because they want to wipe out the hero as much as possible. So we'll see how that goes. Reset all of these action dials. We will respawn the drones to appear on their spots, like so. Then we're going to draw ourselves up a couple of extra cards, because you always draw 2 at the start of the round. All right, so we've got a move. Then we've got another Dazzling Blast. Okay, that's cool. So I'm now able to pull off a slightly more impressive move, I guess. I mean, I can run into the middle, shoot something, run out again, that kind of thing. That's the sort of thing I'm going to be looking to do. Maybe even run up around the side and start heading towards these things. But I'm going to let the drones go first again. First thing we do is we check, are any drones or any enemies within striking distance of any of the Mokon or the hero. So say, for example, if this pink one was here, instead of moving or doing any action on the card, it would just do a straight strike on Farg and would just boomph, just do a punch. For now, though, they will standard move, but potentially do a leap. Okay, so they're just going to move. So in this case, the pink drone is closest to Farg, so they will move towards Farg and try and smack them on the next turn. The purple drone is 1 spot away from Farg, so we'll also try and run away to hit them. Yellow will just go for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, or rather go for my hero. And blue will 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so with that in mind, it is now my turn. Now, the thing that we've got to think about is if we don't move Farg, it's going to cause a problem. Small problem, but a problem nonetheless. The problem being it's going to wipe Farg off the board because both of these two are going to do a strike and then Farg is going to get hit. Now, I'm actually kind of okay with that happening because if we let Farg go off the board, Farg's ability is Lash Out. So when Farg is blast, the hero must immediately blast or strike a rival or friendly character within range. So this yellow drone, I would actually get a free attack on it and take it off the board. Yes, I'm losing points, but it does free me up a lot, which is pretty good. So how about we do that? We'll let Farg get taken off of the board so that I have to do my activation first, but I'm going to leave Farg where they are, basically, to let them do what they want. Ken, leap is not more than 4 movement. Leap is 2 to 3 movement, but you can ignore characters, grappling, and obstacles. Basically, you can go wherever you like on the board. You can zoom through these barriers if you want to, so that's all cool. So I think what I'm going to do, I need to leave my hero here so they can do the shot on yellow. So I think the best thing to do is going to be activate Inu. So how about we do that? Let's have them move. 1, 2. If I go into this space here, they'll be grappled, so I have to stop moving. But what I can do is go here and here instead. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll work. All right, Farg now gets the poop battered out of them. So strike always goes first. So the purple one does 2 damage, the pink one does 2 damage, and Farg comes off the board like so. And that scores the drones 4 points. I immediately lash out, so that blasts the yellow drone out of play, which gets me another point to track. Actually, should be up on 3, so there we go. Oh, so Ken, I think what you're on about, when I'm saying you moved yellow and blue 4 spaces each, yeah, they will always do a basic move if it's better for them rather than doing the card. So, yeah, moving 4 spaces is better than moving is better than moving 3. So, yeah, that's how that goes. That's the ruling for it anyway. Okay. Right, so these two have done their thing. Farg got blasted off the board. Oomph, gone, out, points scored. In my fit of rage, I lashed out. I blasted the yellow drone off the board. So that's now gone, done, sorted. So the only one that's left to activate is the blue one here. So let's see what they're going to attempt to do. They will attempt to do a dual blast. So can they get into range and blast me? The answer to that is a big yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So dual blast is blast or do a standard one, or blast with force 1 twice. Either way, they're going to end up doing 2 damage. So my hero is going to get hit for 2. Like so. Okay, that's not too shabby. Next thing, I think I will have my hero move. And much as I would like to stop on there and get a power, if I just move straight here and have my hero grab a power, then that ends my turn for my hero. And I don't really want to do that because I do want to blow up at least 1 generator this turn. It would be super useful. So let's make that happen. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will then do a dazzling blast. Yeah, let's do that one, because that's going to allow me to do 3 damage on this generator, which is enough to wipe it out and get me 5 points. So, ta-da, that's that done. And I should take some of my hit tokens and put them over here so I can track the fact that I have done the max damage on the yellow generator, and it is done. Okay, so let's grab those. Yellow generator is out. Now the yellow drone will come back regardless next time, but we're 1 down, which is what we need to be doing, getting these things destroyed. Now what I could do, is it possible for me to do a grappled blast or a forceful strike? No is the short answer to that, but I can weave. I can run up here and prepare for my next turn. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I will combo that into the weave, and as you see there, this grayed out O gets covered up by this whited O. So I get to move 1 to 4 spaces, ignoring grappling. So that's just going to be a straight move of 1, 2, 3, 4. So my next turn, what I want to do really is run up here and blow this thing up. We'll see how that goes. So that's that done. Cool. Let's flip these over to their discard pile. So the only character I've got left now is Farg, who will spawn back in and do something shortly. It will probably be Runaway. So we'll see how that goes. So they activate again. The card that they will try to fulfill is a Diving Blast. And looking at what we've got, so they will cause, remember, always as much trouble as possible. So can this get within range? Can this go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then dive to do a blast? Yes, it can. Now, thankfully, with diving blast, it's force -1, so it's not going to be enough to knock Inu out of the board. It's not going to be enough to bounce him out, but yeah, will be cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a dive and blast, and that does 1 damage on Inu, like so. So the reason I went for that is I wanted to see, is it possible for the blue one to also be able to do some damage? And yes, it is. So they can go 1, 2, 3. They could stop there, and then they can do their diving blast of 1 boomph. Actually, they could do that, because then that lines them up for extra blasts on the next hit, the next round. So that's another damage on Inu. And the Mokon here is closer, so this one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's unable to do the diving blast, but it'll do what it'll do. It'll be fine now. Okay. Right, so the last thing we got, I'd like to get that lined up, please. Thank you. And then that one. There we go. So last thing we got is Farg. Now, the big question is, do I want to bring Farg in and blow stuff up? I actually think kind of no. What I want is to send Farg off running down this way and see if they can do some damage down here. Because if these drones are chasing after Inu, I can be up here causing major chaos and havoc, and Farg can be down here causing major chaos and havoc. So let's make that happen. Farg, run, my boy, run. Now let's see, what is the best spot for me to start in? I can do 1 diagonal, and I'd like to be on line with this. So actually, if I start here, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 straight across. And then next turn, I'll be able to run in there and spawn and blow that spawn point up. It would be all cool. All right. Reset again. Boom, boom, boom. Draw a couple more cards. Do a little leap. And a dual strike. Nice. We'll grab this deck of discards and pop it on there. Now, question, do I want to go first or second? Well, we have to bring the yellow drone back into play, like so, and it is going to spawn on the next available one around. So, boom, like that. Let's see. Ken says, suggestions from the crowd. Go first so Farg doesn't get bounced by a pink blast. True. That might be a thing to do. Right, so Farg will not get bounced because Farg has only got Farg's got 0 hits on him, so that's okay. Inu, I think, is pretty much toast. If a blast card comes out or a strike card comes out, both of these are going to go and knock that one out. The drone will only do a blast if they get a blast card, and it'll only do 2 damage on Farg, which is, to be honest, okay at this point. My main worry is this yellow one up here. I would like it to not be there. What I'd really like is for it to come to me and try and hit me. Because, yeah, I've got 3 damage, but I can hold 6. I can get 6 hit points. So I can get, take 6 hits. If it only hits me for 2, it's going to be fine because I'll be able to then destroy it, run up to the generator, whack it, take it out this round. That will be fine. Alternatively, I could move, use one of these, move again, and use one of these. And that will totally destroy that generator, and it'll be pretty good, actually. Also destroying this generator beneath it will blow up one of these. The pink one, I want to say? Yeah, it will. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to go first. I will use my advantage. So that means that the drones will go first next time. I will have my hero do their thing. So they're going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. I will then have them do a dual strike, which will be enough to take the yellow one back off the board again. Perfect. So that gets me another point. I will then combo that into a leap, because I can't combo an attack into another attack. That's the problem. So I'll combo it into a leap, which is move 2 to 3 spaces, ignoring characters, grappling, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to stand here. Actually, I can go 1, 2, and stop there. And then I could use Grapple Blast, but it would only do 2 damage on the generator. So instead, I want to do the Forceful Strike, which will do the full 3 damage on the generator, and knocking that out, and that despawns the pink one immediately. The big drone will come back, of course, though, next turn. So we're doing okay. We're actually probably highly likely to walk out of this one with a win. All right, so we're doing all right. So Fog isn't going to get hit by the pink blast because the pink thing doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. It's done. It's out of here. Okay. So that's that done. Now it's time for the drones to do a thing. Let's see. If this is a blast, Inu's basically wiped. But that's okay. It's fine. It's a strike. Well, guess what? Inu's wiped anyway. So the purple one move first, does a strike on Inu. It's strike plus 1 force, so it actually does 3 damage. Sorry, I need to put some extra points in there. I'm at 14 now, I believe. So Inu's going to get wiped off the board, like so. Those damage tokens go over there. And they get another 4 points, so they're now on 8. Remember, if the drone team gets to 20 points, they win the game automatically. However, all I need to do is a blast on this on the next round, and I have won, which is, you know, pretty much perfect. Purple's done its thing. There's no yellow, there's no pink. They've been taken off the board. So now blue will just try and move, and we'll go for the hero. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that card will come off because they can't direct strike me from there. All right. So will the drones be able to get my hero on this round? That's the only way it's going to stop me from destroying that generator. So let's see what happens next. Okay, well, I can send Fog. Oh, sorry, I should grab these cards, shouldn't I? Move them out of the way because they're no longer going to be mine. The most Fog could do is 2 damage. Well, 2 damage is better than nothing. So I'll have a move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll have Fog combo that into a forceful strike, like so. So that'll do 2 hits on the blue generator. 1 and 2. So let's grab those. Looking pretty good. That card will be discarded, like so. All right, more moves. So the generator's fearful as anything, will now try and take down my hero. Let's see what they get. All right, a focused blast. A blast ignoring blocking characters. Okay, well, the simplest thing to do would be 1, 2, and the blue one will indeed do a blast on me. So that will do 2 damage, like so. 1 and 2. Now, I don't think my hero is going to survive the start of the next round, because remember the generator drones, the drone generators will pop up again. These things will pop back into existence here and here, and yeah, it's going to cause some minor problems because they are going to go first. So I'm pretty sure that my hero is going to get wiped out, but we do have backup down here with Farg, so let's see how it goes. All right. It's not going to be as easy as I thought. The purple one still gets to do a move, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, depending if they get if they get a blast or a strike, then my hero gets knocked out. So we'll see how that goes in a moment. First, though, we've got to bring Inu back into play. What I might do is have Inu spawn here, because then I can have them run across the bottom. I can, if I want, also have them spawn on the broken down generator spots. So that could actually be interesting. Okay, so let's work through my thought process here. If I have Inu respawn here, and then just have them blast, that will take the purple drone off the board. So far, so whatever, I hear you say. But because there's only 2 drone generators working on the board at the minute, that would mean that only 2 drones come back into play. So that would actually give me a bit of an advantage on the next turn. So I think, yeah, I'm going to do that. So Inu just straight up blast this drone. It goes back to its spot down there. They get me another point. So much so there. And now the drones will do their 3rd and final activation for the round, which is a strike. Okay, so that's going to be enough for the drone to move in, hit my hero, and bounce them out of play. But I still think we've got this. I still think the game is it's ours to lose. And having been in this position plenty of times before, I can certainly say that that is highly likely. All right. So the blue drone is the only one that activates this time. So that is now done. We are sorted. Everything is good. With that in mind, we will now reset for the next round. 1, 2, 3. This card. Put it over here. Reset these as well. 1, 2, and 3. Cool, perfect. I'm going to need a couple more cards. So we get a throwing strike, like so. And we get a leap, which is not too bad. Let me just set up a new draw pile for myself. So give that a bit of a shuffle. It will also get shuffled in a second for the drones draw pile. Probably should flip that first, innit? Let's go again. There we go. All right, so that's the drones draw pile. The drones draw pile is that one there. All right. Now we will respawn the drones that got knocked out. Now, if we have a look at what we've got, the purple one has to respawn on its own one. So purple has to go there. And then I can decide either to put yellow or pink on this one down here. And it kind of doesn't matter. I'll bring in the pink one. There we go. Now remember, the drones are going to go first, because anytime they have the advantage token, they will definitely always go first. That's how it goes. All right, so I think Farg is going to take a bit of a smack, but it'll be okay. You'll survive, buddy. You'll be fine. So the question, why would I can't put them up here because I've knocked out that generator. It has spawned out. It's a place for me to start now, which is actually pretty good because I could have my hero come in and just blast down there, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so at the minute, we've only got 2 Mokon on there. They will activate first. So first of all, we do a strike check to see if anything is around a drone. So we'll do a strike, and this one will indeed do 2 hits on Farg, like this. 1 and 2. Done. We'll see what card they get. It is a forceful strike. Okay. So this blue one is closer to Inu. 1, 2, 3, 4. This purple one is closer to Farg, so that will just come straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing else will happen off of that because this one has already done a strike. All right. So that is now discarded. And I can pretty much claim the win here, I think. What I really want to do is keep my hero off the board until victory is assured. And it's kind of assured now, in that I can just bring them in, they can do a blast, and knock out this one for 3. So alternatively, why don't we try and win the game by knocking all 4 generators out? Sounds good to me. So let's have Farg do a thing. Farg will just do a straight up strike. That takes the pink one off the board. So now Farg might get knocked out, but I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be fine. Do I want Farg to do anything else? Yeah, let's make this happen. We'll combo Farg's strike into a leap, like so. So Farg can move 2 to 3 spaces, ignoring obstacles. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll combo that into a throwing strike. The most damage it can do is 1, but that's enough to take out the drone. So yoink, and done. Right. Excuse me. With those done, we'll discard those cards. Like so. And now it is time. So we've already had 1 drone activation, so that's all sorted. Now it's time for their second activation. Where there's only one of them, it's the blue one, and it's going to try and do a dazzling blast, which it will definitely be able to do. So we can go 1, 2, because it's 2 spaces away, it can do a blast action. That will do 2 damage on Inu. 1, and 2, like 0. And then it's move the target, ignoring grappling. So I would suggest that they would move them into strike range, because then they can just get an automatic bounce on the next turn. So Inu is going to be knocked out. We'll see how that goes. Actually, saying that, Inu could just smack a thing. Yeah, Inu, get your revenge. Make it happen. Live your best life. Oomph. Get off the board. All the drones are out till the end of the round. Which is fine for me because, yeah, I'm just going to bring my hero in and blast that thing down there. Cool. So their final activation means nothing because they don't come in until the start of the next round. Because yeah, if we have a look at this, at the end of a round, place each bounced Prisma drone onto its matching drone generator space or the nearest unoccupied drone generator space. So yeah, they're out. They're sort of like currently, you know, reforming like Star Trek Discovery's, you know, programmable matter that we had last week. So that's happening now. So in the meantime, I can just go buck wild, pop up here, go, yeah, generate here, do a blast, smack that thing out. And that is enough for me to claim a glorious victory. But like I said, I'm going to try and see if I can get 4 all knocked out. There's only going to be one generator standing, so only one drone is going to appear. Let's see if I can do that without, yeah, let's see if I can hit that fourth and final drone generator without losing anybody else. I will mark, though, that I have taken out those ones. So all I need to do is just land one hit, one single hit on this generator here. So let's restart the turn. I'll reset for the next turn. I've got used, so that goes away, like so. Oh, they still need to draw a card, by the way, because they still officially had a turn, so they lose a dual strike card. So that is now off. Oh, hey, Dee Dee. Dee Dee the cat has woken up and is doing a bit of a clean. Meanwhile, Kira Cat is still fast asleep on the other end of the bed. That is today's Hub Games Cat Report. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's draw a couple more cards for me. That is a diving blast and a direct strike. Okay. So this is the only thing left standing. This comes to me. And if we have a look at the proper like 3D view, am I going to be able to destroy this thing? I am not. At this point, I don't think I am. Because I have to destroy the drone first. If I let the drone go first, it's going to go and take out Farg, pretty much guaranteed, depending on what card they draw, of course. That will only get them up to 18, which is fine by me. That means that there'll have been 3 Mokon knocked out and my hero knocked out once. But then it will free me up to actually destroy Farg. So yeah, I'm going to let them go first. All right, so let's see what card they get. It is a leap. That's not a problem. They will just move into striking distance. I mean, I guess the minor issue is that they are grappling Farg, so Farg has to just sort of like do a strike. We've got no leap cast to do anything with. So yeah, I think Farg is going to be out of here in a minute. We'll see how that goes. Can I, using my hero, destroy this drone this turn? I don't think I can, you know. I'm pretty far away. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would get me not even close to being in line. So I think Farg is going to take a bit of a smack. And if I want to get this last generator, it's going to go to the last. It's going to go to another round. Let's think about it. What I do want to do is get him out of the way of my of Enid, because I don't want them to be. I mean, okay, hear me out. Farg can just punch this drone out of existence, like so. And that thing is out of here and we don't have to worry about it. Can't combo into anything else. But what I can do is take a bunch of these. I could then move Inu first. We can do the distractibility, throw these cards in here, hopefully do a move and see if we can get enough. We could do a, actually no, because it wouldn't be a move. I need to combo it off of things, Michael. I can't just go shooting things left, right, and center that aren't on the opposing team. But what I can do is move into position, and that's a good thing. So let's make that happen. Let's, like these cards are all going to be gone. Because they're activating but not getting anything. So those cards are gone. So they're activated, activated, and activated. And I can just sort of like, yeah, basically jostle into position, get myself where I want to be. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I can move my hero straight down 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, because they were within range, I'm going to do the distract thing. So put a card on there, put a card on there, put a card on there. Give it a big shuffle a couple of times, just for extra luck. And then we're going to draw out 3 new cards and see what we get. So we've got a Forceful Strike. We've got a Dual Blast. I would like to see a move card. And they get one. La-boom. All right. So with that in mind, we'll reset one more time. There we go. That was highly confusing for a second. Okay. Now remember, the idea behind the solo mode is you only need to take out 3 generators. So I have officially one. I'm just seeing if I can push myself a little bit further and get a 4th one, just for sort of like that total dominance victory. Now the drone will come back in like so. And I think what I'd like to do is I will go first. And I'm going to have Farg do a move and then do the Forceful Strike because it takes the drone out immediately. So we don't have to worry about them now. Gone, done, dusted, get out of here. So they would activate for their first. Nothing's going to happen. Then I can have my hero move. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're in perfect line of sight to do a dual blast, which is just do a standard blast or do 2 blasts with force 1. All I need to do is 1 hit. Boom, done. We are fully victorious. So that went pretty well. Considering last week in the solo mode, I got my butt handed to me. Where did I do better? I think in the solo mode, it's a good idea to not always destroy all of the drones all of the time. You want those drone generator spaces to be empty so you can actually, you know, take out the drone generator when you're vaguely near it, either with a blast or run up to it and then smack it with a strike. Of course, if I'm spending my time destroying a whole load of drones, they will respawn back on the board. Now, it does get to a point in the game where it's a lot better for you if you do have less drones on the board. So if there's only sort of like, you know, even if there's 3 drone generators functioning, that means that you're only going to be dealing with 3 drones over the course of a round. Even fewer drones than normal. Yes, sorry, Ken, quantifiable amounts, blah, blah, blah. All right. It's like having a thesaurus come and shout at you every day. But hey, thank you for the thank you. So yeah, I think a good strategy is if you are able to keep your Mocon standing, then fantastic. Leave them out leave the generator sort of like chasing around this side of the board while you're still, you know, running around here causing mayhem and destroying as much stuff as you can. I think that way is a good way to go for it. I think it's a good way to play. Because, yeah, of course, it would be nice to just sort of like, you know, destroy everything all the time to, you know, bounce out the drones and then go up and smack the different generators. Hey, Didi, you going for a walk? No, you're just going to sit there. Okay. Glaring at me. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And, of course, I won, which is great, considering I actually got beaten quite badly on Friday in the game against Rory. So, reclaiming some victory against myself, I guess, works? Question mark? We shall see. Anyway, going to wrap it up there. We have a victory under our belt. Everything is good and groovy. So I'm going to go and continue my Monday, going off and doing more stuff. Whatever you're up to, have a lovely rest of the day. We will be back on Wednesday evening for another Hub Games Hangout, which of course you are all welcome to, as always. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. UK time on my own channel, which you can see up there, twitch.tv/idlemichael, for some just like, you know, good fun design extravaganza times. And it'll be a pleasure to have you along for the ride. For now, though, yeah, have a great rest of your day, and we will catch up with you soon. I'll hit the magic end broadcast button, and this